How to absorb some local color through the magic of AM radio.
Harkens me back to my youthful, careful days on the playgrounds of Forest Park School and my gifted days.
And what you're gifted, all right. What were you gifted at?
Well, I guess I had some issues.
Detention?
There. Yeah. When my dad told me I wouldn't plan on going to Harvard anytime real soon.
You're going to have to get in touch with me. We're gonna link all the volunteers via satellite cell phone so that we can put out the message immediately, because you remember the problem we had in January. We had to have Governor Walker come in with the National Guard. It was horrible.
Steve, listen to me. Bring your own microphone because you lost this one.
Okay, Captain Ron, you've been doing this so well for the last few weeks. So go ahead and make my day.
Oh, great one with the magic pen.
Oh, boy, he wants that microphone forever, doesn't he? Now, you got to visualize this. We put a statue of Pete on this. Put him wearing like a hard hat and flannel shirt, tool belt, snow shovel.
You mean like from the Village People?
Yeah, yeah. A couple of...
Now, wait a minute here.
Good morning, Kenosha. This is Uncle Scotty Barter, and welcome to the all-new Kenosha Today Weekly Report, coming to you live from Studio A here at WLIP AM 1050 on your radio dial. Streaming live across the cold and damp cornfields of the Midwest, reaching out to over 50,000 homes here in the Tri-County area. Being brought to you this morning by the Boathouse Pub and Eatery, Casey Family Options, and a host of other very fine local businesses. Little Stevie is off again on assignment this week, flying to who knows where for who knows what.
And who cares anyway?
Yeah, who cares? Oh, the house numbers seminar, yeah. All I know is he's not here, and however, filling in for Little Stevie this morning is my personal travel, dating, golfing, bicycling, my life's consultant. Mr. J joins our encounter group this morning. Jay, welcome.
Good morning, Scott. How are you today?
Oh, that's it? That's it? Come on. Wow. You're not. Wow.
Yeah.
You left your A game across the hall. Yeah. Now, this is...
I want him to take me seriously.
No, you're in the wrong...
In the wrong place, yeah.
You're not to be confused with J Lo,
right?
American Idol. I mean, not any offense, but she might be a little bit better built than you are.
She's out of my league.
She's out of.
She bowls on a different night.
When we see gals like that come on the boathouse, you know what we say? That's beyond our skill level. That's. Also joining us this morning, our video coordinator, Channel 14's Volunteer of the Year, Captain Ronnie Muttersbeck, joins us here at Camp Happy Face.
Hey,
Ronnie,
how's it going?
And engineering the Kenosha State train wreck this morning, 6-time WLIP Employee of the Month, also the roof inspector over at the Southport Beach House, and recently named the new pollution cleanup man for the Urban Land Institute.
Just doing it to get government money, buddy.
Pistol Pete Surgeon is here.
Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning.
You too?
Me too, yeah.
So for those that haven't heard, we are here each and every Saturday morning from 10 to noon, bringing you 2 hours of rock'em sock'em stuff, and Master J brought in his computer, so that's a good start.
He's already more prepared than Steve ever has been.
Yes. Coming up after...
I'm still searching for the any key.
The who?
There isn't an any. Where's my tab?
Where's my tab?
Tab?
Oh, yeah, we'll get to that. Coming up after the 11 o'clock break, the Kenosha Today, very popular in some circles, the top 10 list. If you have a question or comment, give us a call. We're going to get to some topics. 262-694-1050. First order, I guess, business. I was away this week. I traveled down to Charleston, South Carolina, on kind of an assignment of my own. And, my intentions were good. However, the road to the trolley is
the road. The road.
Yeah. Sometimes you go astray, and I kind of got a little bit waylaid on my way to Fort Sumter. You know how it is when everybody finds out you're on vacation.
That's right. I haven't been on vacation in a while, so tell me.
We're gonna so, you know what? They found out in Charleston that I'd been a greeter in our trolley, and that I had experience in roadkill. It was pretty much all over after that. I was a popular guy.
You had to give your own seminar, didn't you?
I had to give my own seminar. They also found out that I could have actually run and been elected mayor, but they found out about my track record with that. So
no 3-time losers.
Two.
Oh, sorry.
That would have been 3.
That would have been 3. Thank you, Ron. So here's what I had to do, Jay. I had to resort to laying on the beach and drinking rum runners all week.
Oh, I mean, it's a tough job. Someone's got to do it.
Lucky thing I was in training all winter. I had my own beach towel. I was probably way over prepared. And let's take this caller, and then I'll kind of get to my trip. Good morning. You're on Kenosha Today.
Good morning, Scott and everybody.
His name
Pete and
is Jay.
Jay, hi, Jay.
Hi, how are you?
I'm pretty good.
I got to explain to Jay exactly what Shirley is. Shirley would be.
What Shirley?
Shirley is.
Yeah, what am I? Yeah.
What is she anyway?
Shirley is kind of. Help me out here. What's
Hey, Shirley. How you doing?
Well, I'm a pest, I know that.
Oh no, Pastor. So what's going on in your world?
Well, last night we went to Champions for the first Lighten Up with Lenny.
Why are you
Wow.
calling here to promote another show? I don't
Well,
get
it's
this.
on WLIP, and they were so nice to me. They had a table reserved and a sign, honored guest, Queen Shirley. It was just fabulous.
You're a queen, Shirley?
Wow.
Yes,
Queen
that's
now?
what it's got. I got
Holy
the sign
cow.
right here. I took it.
Scott wants to be a knight.
Night owl.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. The weather was horrible, but I went anyhow.
We have a little trivia quiz for you this morning. We're going to play something, and your three choices are: is this a clip from a city council meeting? Is it from the Lakota group? Or is it from the Urban Land Institute? You got three choices: A, B, and C. All right, here it is.
Gentlemen, it's party time, Italian style.
Council meeting.
Yes! Bring the bell for Shirley!
Wow.
That's them. Yeah.
Boy, you're
Party
just
time
not.
Italian style.
You're just not a pretty face. You got.
Well, thank you.
You don't have any young sisters that Jay and I can hook up with, do you?
Sweet.
I'm afraid not. No.
Well, you've never
No.
met Jay. How do you know? He could be. He's got a master's degree in something, right?
Yes.
Multiple choice. You know what? If let's suppose for the moment you had two younger sisters, and you hooked them up with Jay and I, we'd be family over at your Thanksgiving dinner.
Right. Oh, that'd be
Oh,
great.
yeah.
That's called the silver.
I do.
Yeah, we're gonna get to the silver fox.
And Pete, I would want Pete to come to dinner
Pete's
too.
not invited, unless you
well, I
gotta
invite him.
you gotta have somebody a little younger.
He's already taken over.
Yeah, he's already. Yeah,
Oh, I guess that's chopped liver.
yeah.
He's already running the show.
Yeah. Well, I would have Pete anyhow.
There you go.
Yeah, Pete's a good guy.
So you don't think there's any possibility, any hope that you could hook us up? Because we've been online dating and we've haven't.
Have some great stories.
yeah, some of them. We're not real proud of some of this stuff either.
Sure, that's why I'm on the radio talking about it.
And Stevie's not there, right?
No, Stevie's down at a house number convention. He got cited by the Kenosha Police Department for not having his house number on his house.
I heard
so he
about
took
this.
He took off down. There was a big seminar down there. Some former Kenosha aldermen are apparently putting this on.
Wow.
So he doesn't want to be in violation.
No. That's oh my gosh. Yeah. Yet I
That makes me want to run home.
I did see him at the grocery store Sunday.
No, I think I don't know why he wouldn't have been there Sunday, but.
Yeah, he was there last Sunday
Oh.
at the store.
Oh, you did see him.
Evil
I did
twin.
see him, I did.
Kind of hard to miss him, but.
Yeah, he found me. I was busy shopping, and somebody tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Shirley." I goes, "Oh, Steve and his wife," and they're always very.
This
like-
this conversations always tear me up, right, Pete? You know.
I know, I'm tearing
Meeting
up
at
as
the
it is.
grocery
Well,
store.
Steve always
You know,
says
Scott,
he
you really are crying over
he
it.
sees us in the grocery store, so
That'd be.
I hope he's having a good trip. He probably is.
Well, we'll find out. Maybe if he calls in. All right, dear. Well, we will. We'll talk to you next week. When
God be willing.
God be willing. That's our line. We should be using that a little more, Jay. God be willing. Maybe that has been our problem. We haven't been relying on the big boy.
That's
yeah,
true.
you
Yes.
got to do more of that.
All right.
All right,
thanks.
thank you.
You
Thanks so much.
I thought we were equal time for the other side, though.
Oh, true.
Compared to some of the other programming that surrounds us.
What do you mean the other side?
The dark side.
Oh, the
dark
side. Kenosha Today dark side. I was thinking here. I got to tell you a little bit. My I was trying to hurt myself.
That's that burning smell
Yeah.
out there.
Smoking, yeah.
You know, Jay, if you and I were to go on vacation down to, we could. I seriously, I think we could end up owning Fort Sumter. We could have.
The view is smoking.
yeah. Like, can you see us in Fort Sumter when the British start coming here? Put our hands up and say, "Go ahead, here's the keys. We're done." I think it'd be great. I could make the drinks, and you could be the social manager, and Ronnie and Pete can park the cars. So you get it? Get it now?
That's a downside.
No,
there's got to be a downside out
They
there.
went right over your head. Ron and Pete could park the cars at Fort Sumter.
Right.
Now, are there
Anybody?
no cars at Fort Sumter, Scott?
It's on an island.
It's on an island?
I thought you guys knew this. You told me you knew everything.
I thought I was wrong once, but I was mistaken.
This is really sad when I have to be the smartest one in the room.
Well, you are Mr. Geography.
Well, anyway, here's I had this picture taken of me, and they have this welcome to Waterfront Park. It's in downtown Charleston, and there's 13 rules. For example, there should be no solo waiting, no running, rough play, no person under the influence of alcohol, drugs. Should be
Were you there reading it, Scott?
no spitting or blowing your nose, no bathing. Persons with infections shouldn't be in the fountain.
Holy cow.
No animals or pets, no glasses, no children. Take a shower before entering the fountain. There's a maximum of 13. I missed on 11 of them.
Exactly. You sure that's not the hot tub?
There was no worry of you
That's the
bathing
hot
in
tub
there.
at the
We know that.
hotel.
I thought it was the hot tub. Maybe that's why it says Waterfront Park.
Exactly. Wow.
And I was
You're
doing
just a little off there.
I was doing pretty good until I asked the cop if he was Barney Fife.
and he began to put his bullet in his gun.
My fines totaled $813.49. I mean, I think
Sounds
that
like the prize on the Gong Show.
yeah. But in my defense, that one girl did get her shoes back. So I mean, what
Oh,
can
you
do?
took her shoes?
Well, they ended up in the fountain somehow, and I'm not sure. But I gave them back to her. See, so anyway, after I paid the fine, they were going to give this probationary thing, and I promised. I had to promise the judge to succeed from South Carolina forever. That was
So
pretty
you were
much it.
okay as long as you never came back.
That's probably basically what they said.
You got North Carolina.
Oh, yeah. You've
And
got
I told
49
her-
states to go.
And the judge looking at my check, I says, "I hope you're not my check."
Oh, he's one of those
The
judges.
bailiff was looking at my chest. So,
He's one of those judges.
and I asked him how soon he planned on cashing that thing.
Oh,
And so he said probably Monday morning. So that's why I got out of the state. And here I am Saturday morning. There's more good news, boys and girls. Tomorrow at noon, each and every Sunday, you can tune in here at WIP AM 1050. Listen to the replay of the show, and then you can. Pete brought his A game to the table, didn't he? This is why we don't need beer. We don't need alcohol.
we don't?
Well, not till later. I was going to
Oh.
invite you to the post-production meeting at
okay.
2:00 this afternoon.
All right. Anything I can do to help improve,
Well, you and you're from Pleasant Prairie. We're going to talk about some of the
Oh,
problems,
yes,
one or
some
two
of
that
the-
you got going on.
Oh, just awful.
Tomorrow. Oh, yeah, where's that crying, whining?
Where's that baby cry?
Yeah. You can watch the replay of this finely tuned, professionally produced Excuse for a Radio show on Time Warner Cable's Channel 14, Tuesdays at 5, Wednesdays at 6 p.m., and Sundays at 6 p.m. See, and then they replay this tomorrow on WIP here at noon.
Oh, really?
So they get this live, and then they get that replayed, and then 3 times on Channel 14.
Yeah.
So
So I can have all my family and friends listen to me on the radio.
both of them.
Can't see ya. Can't see ya.
Both of them. That's great, Jay.
I was away, and
Oh.
I had the Kenosha News hold on to my papers. So I'm going through these, and here's the paper that was on, I think it was on Wednesdays, What to Do with the Chrysler Site. And it won't be 109 residential subdivisions. A mixed use would be maybe it would have some kind of senior housing, a strip mall. Nothing is set in stone.
Strip mall?
Strip mall, well, that's not a strip club, strip mall.
Sorry.
Someone did
Post-production.
suggest that, but yeah.
Yeah, didn't we? I thought we...
You were out at the golf course.
We were going to do Scotty's,
Clubhouse.
what do you call it, golf and spa. And we
Oh,
were
there
gonna,
you go.
And we were going to put one of those and do the trolley in a
Figure eight.
figure eight.
Okay.
See?
All right.
And that topic didn't even come up. It's surprising. But what I don't understand is, okay, that was on Wednesday. 2 days later, and yesterday, they had this big meeting at the museum. And in today's paper, New Business in Fields of Green, Land Institute unveils proposals for Innovation Village at former Chrysler. Are you telling me that they took only 2 days and came up with these solutions. I thought we paid guys $100,000 that they would at least, take their time and. I mean, I could understand this going out.
So, do you think that the agenda was already set? That you don't think that they had a plan going in?
Well, obviously they must have, because I know they said that they're going to come out with a more detailed plan, but they gave 6 different recommendations here. This kind of sounds to me like a done deal.
Oh,
I think the fix was in. But that's just my view and opinion. This is why we play disclaimers.
Right.
So, I mean, what do I know?
In case anybody was wondering.
In case
Due to
anybody
the
was
graphic
wondering.
nature of this program, viewer discretion is advised.
And
I got that one too here somewhere. Wait a minute.
and then yesterday, the big article, the streetcar plan still on track, according to Mayor Bosman, engineering costs, not Chrysler.
So,
prospects.
Scott, tell me what you really think about the streetcar.
Well, thank God there was a streetcar. It gave me 19 years of material. I hope they expand it.
It's been around that long?
It started, actually, started about the same time I started. No, I started in 96 on Channel 14. I think the streetcar came in about 99.
Wow.
So I had 3 years of warm-up.
Holy cow.
Well, here's the problem. When the city administrator, Frank Passetti, was here, I asked him, we were talking about how bids go out, and if bids come back over, what can happen? He said state law says they have to scrap the idea. Well, there's $8 million from federal funds, $1 million for street repairs, and $2 million that the city is matching to get this grant for this streetcar expansion. Now, they're currently in the $100,000 engineering phase to find out where the sewers are and et cetera. Now,
Right.
a lot of that, where the new route is supposed to be, is about 100 years old, and they're not really sure exactly how deep is the sewers. And if this comes back anything more than what the aldermen voted on, this would have to go back to city council. The administration, I believe it's 10,000. This goes back to some years ago when city engineer authorized $47,000 of rock without going to the council. Has it put in for the new marina, and then he goes back with the bill. And so they changed it. I believe the administration can only have the authority to exceed 10,000. But my guess is, just a guess, that this is going to come in well over 200 and some thousand, which then would have to take it back to the city council. And, that vote was very close when they approved this. And so now you got some aldermen saying, rethinking this, that I'm up for re-election. If this is going to come in way over that, I voted for this plan here. I didn't vote for this over here. So it's going to be interesting to see how that comes out.
In my wanderings around downtown Kenosha, I see a lot of support the streetcar signs in the windows.
Well,
you think is that true? I can't imagine.
Well, there was a whole group that called Common Sense that formed in early January, and they wanted this issue put to a referendum, and that failed. But they had 6,000 signatures, and then they were going to recall some people. That never materialized. So there's a big anti-expansion for this out there. And yeah, there's a few people that are for that, but we'll have to see it. When I was down in where was I this week?
Charleston.
Charleston, thank you. Got a attention span of a gnat.
Your itinerary.
Lifespan of a gnat.
And they have a number of gas trolleys, and went up well over a mile and did the loop in downtown historic Charleston. But that actually moved people.
Right.
And as you're the trolley's not
It was actually public transportation.
Yes, yeah, and there was no charge. They stopped every 3 blocks, and you had your little map, and you could get off at the spa where I was at.
Right.
I was on the historic landmark.
The historical
spa
tour.
And if anybody's got a question or comment about the streetcar, if that's going to make it, or if if you think that the deal with the Chrysler site is a done deal, or if they listen to us, or if this was as we call it, a dog and pony show.
It is.
It is, and well, we want to hear it.
It would be an expensive dog and pony
Very
show.
expensive.
That's what it was.
Well,
absolutely.
They spent $100,000. So if this was the same with the Lakota group, was the one that suggested let's expand the streetcar. So now everybody that's in, I guess, the position, they can say, well, the Lakota group said to do this, or the Urban Land Institute said to do this. You wash your hands. It's like playing a disclaimer here. WLIP don't want nothing to do with me.
What does that dollar amount seem like? It extremely low. Like it's going to be much more expensive than that.
Well, I mean the
oh
my
expansion,
God.
I would say.
Well, they're looking at 13 mil.
Oh, well, now
total.
you're talking.
But if we don't if we don't use by August, if we don't get going on this, the $8 million goes back to the feds.
Oh boy.
It says we're on track. Front page of the paper.
Oh, well, I know.
That was a clever headline. It's on track. Boy, they stayed up all damn night to think of that one.
No pun intended.
let's put all our eggs in with the Kenosha News. I mean, there's gospel there. Or we
Photogenic
can
memory.
Photogenic.
we could take the $8 million and put it out to you good folks in Pleasant Prairie for your new roundabout. How's that working out?
Well, it's not going well there, Scott. It takes me twice as long to get to Gordy's now, and that really disappoints.
There's some priorities there. Now, are they going to take? I'm not familiar exactly. Gordy's stays, right?
Yes.
And right across from the fire station, right, or the city hall or the village hall.
Right, and then you got the new fire station there.
Okay, has that been rebuilt after the fire?
Yes, after the fire was put out.
Yeah.
Well,
So
the fire department was close.
yeah, just hook up the hose and go out the back door. But Pleasant Prairie seems to lead the county in roundabouts. They're going to put this one in. They've got one on C, and then they've got another couple on C out that way.
Yeah, they got them right there on
Springbrook Road,
165.
165,
right there. Yeah.
So on roundabout, if somebody knows who pays for that, do they get state funding for roundabouts? Do you know, Pete?
I think it comes out of the road construction
Okay.
fees and
Well, at
whatever
least
payments.
I hope they don't make the mistake like when they put the roundabout on 26th Avenue and Lincoln Road.
Oh, jeez.
Well,
Yeah.
what a nightmare! They couldn't even get the snow plows down,
Yeah.
and they couldn't get the fire.
But remember the guy who proposed the roundabout for Lincoln Road too.
That was a former alderman.
We used to
wasn't
have this time slot, as a matter of
it?
fact.
Oh, that's right.
That was that guy.
For Alderman Meisner.
Oh.
Shut up! Why, certainly. You don't think I'm the kind that would keep blabbing. Some people never know when to stop. When I'm told to shut up, I shut up. Shut up, shutting up.
We should have played this about 4 years ago, Pete. Where the hell were we? Let me read a couple sponsors here. Hey, here's a sponsor for us, Jay. The Boathouse.
That's because the golf course is empty.
That's
right?
exactly right. You can have
I'll be there.
Remember the time we were going to have the Greater Long Island Mother's Day Open, and we were all going to go out to Brightondale, 9 holes. And finally everybody said, Brightondale's kind of a long way out. Why don't we just go to Muni? Well, then we settled on Muni, 9 holes there, and then finally said, why don't we just forget golfing and go and stand in front of the sign with our golf clubs? Well, that got to be too much. He says, why don't we just meet here at the boathouse at one call a day? It's the shortest golf tournament in history.
I love it.
Also, they condone that type of behavior.
What's that, jaw dropping?
Well,
drinking,
and,
yes.
to that extent. And so we also wanted to. We were talking about a number of topics. If you want to call in about the big billboard, I see this in the paper that was on Wednesday that was put on by the Kenosha Police Association. Officer Pablo Torres with his dog, and thank you and your support. If you want to call in about that, it seems to have stirred up a little bit of a conversation.
Just a little bit this week.
Pros and cons.
It only made BuzzFeed and national news.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
And I guess I'm looking at that. It's a nice picture, but it might have been poorly timed in my view. It could have probably come after the investigation was over. And the other thing is that been going on for over a month. Why is that investigation taking so long?
Why indeed?
I mean, you
Why
only had a
indeed?
couple people there. I mean, interview them and.
Yeah.
Good thoughts by you, Jay.
What?
Jay from Beyond the Arc.
Did I miss something?
When Jay had his bike stolen.
Very
A couple
traumatic.
summers, yeah, and we
Yes.
had crime scene photos. He comes out of, what was that, Wynot or Passos?
No, it was the why not.
Wynot.
And I figured why not.
He had his bike chained to the light post,
I did.
and he comes out and he's missing a wheel.
Yes, and I was traumatized.
Yeah, and he was so traumatized.
Yes.
He's on his way home, and it took him till around Library Park before he figured out he's minus a wheel.
I was wondering, boy, this is harder than I thought.
Yeah.
Scotty, I was out by your golf course the other day,
Yeah.
and the traffic comes to a complete stop. Here, there's a wild turkey
Oh.
attacking cars.
Yeah.
And I was one of them. That he's like,
Oh, really?
Where was this
It's
one
out
they had in the
Highway
paper?
75. Yes.
Yes,
by
And they said
Brighton.
not to feed him because they don't want him to get too used to
he was
people.
He would peck at the cars, and he's trying to go in the oncoming lane.
Yeah.
He'd follow it and peck at it. He'd did 4 cars, and then he walked back into the woods.
And then in the news, to show you how they made a big deal of this.
Yeah.
Turkey. Is it turkey? No.
Turkey.
Turkey. And put a picture of him. And
I didn't know they had wild turkeys around here.
Well,
It's wild
one.
turkey season, isn't it? Can't somebody just go take
Well,
care of it?
let's handle this.
Let's handle it. Make it dinner.
Let's handle this at the lowest possible level.
75 in the street, yeah.
You know what? We can make that turkey part of our roadkill special. We got a clip. Here's what happens if I see that turkey. I'm going to run over.
The skunk got squashed, and there you are. You got your dead
Turkey.
Dead turkey in the middle of the road.
Turkey.
That thing will look good on my grill.
Turkey.
I was going to say.
Well, why do you stop for it? Just keep going and run them over. Who cares? There's no fine for running over a turkey.
There isn't?
Except if somebody hits us. Fine's double.
So can I drive off-road and hit that turkey?
That's right.
He was in the road.
We're got to take a break. Look at that first half hour just zing past.
Flying by, boy. Ooh.
And when we
Wow.
come back,
There we go.
one of the other topics that was in the paper, it's time to put a woman on the $20 bill. And so, you know what? I think when we come back from break, we start the bidding with Bruce Jenner. Put his picture on a $20 bill.
Oh, man. Come on.
Oh, come on. Okay, a $23 bill. How does that? Would make you guys feel better?
Stop it.
I think we should put a woman's picture on the $20 bill. So when we get back from our break, which will
What
be
about the guy who's already on there? What happens to him?
whose picture is on the $20?
Andrew Jackson.
Andrew Jackson.
Well, he's not living anymore. Is he? How is he going to care?
Last I checked.
Well, we'll write him a memo. Get him on Google and tell him.
Google
Get
him.
his email address.
Dig up Mr. Jackson.
I got good news and bad news. Bad news is you've been alleviated for having your picture eliminated,
Exactly.
and the
All
good
right.
and the bad news is.
Well, do we
Bruce
have
Jenner.
a short list of candidates that are going to be on this said $20 bill?
Well, that's we were trying to. This is what they call in radio.
I see.
What do we call this?
A tease.
A tease.
A banter.
You
We're
guys know
banter.
your teases.
We're trying to. Yeah, we're teases. All right. We're trying to get people to call in, and we want their input on whose picture should be on what woman should be on a $20 bill, and
Okay.
also if you got a comment on the billboard, or if you got a comment on the
on the roundabout in front of
roundabout. Yeah, if you got any comments on us, just hang on to those. We'll get back to it. All right, we'll be back in 1 minute. Kenosha, if you just tuned in, this is Uncle Scotty Barter, and welcome to the Kenosha Today Weekly Report, coming to you live from Studio A here at WLIP AM 1050 on your radio dial. Brought to you by the Boathouse Pub and Eatery, Casey Family Options, and a host of many other very fine local businesses. If you just joined us, filling in for the big dog, little Stevie Casey, who is away on assignment down in Florida, my personal consultant handling every facet of my life, Mr. J.
How's that going? How's that working for you?
Well, Mr. J enlightens us in our Kenosha State Trolley Barn. So is this at first half hour? Is this about what you expected, or is it we?
It's a lot more pressure than I thought it was.
Well, we trying to. Yeah, you look pressured.
You gotta wake them up.
I'm telling you,
We try to.
it's a high pressure gig.
We have to we start with the bar low and then taper off from there. We don't want to peak too early.
Right. Well, we don't want that.
Also in our Kenosha Today Trolley Barn, our video coordinator, Channel 14's Volunteer of the Year, Captain Ronnie Muttersbuck, is here at Camp Happy Face. And engineering the Kenosha State train wreck, for those who haven't heard, just this week being named the head pollution cleanup man for the Urban Land Institute. Pistol Pete Surgeon just here. Alert.
Radio.
Sweet.
That's going to break down a lot of walls. You're not supposed to say God on the radio.
Why the hell not?
You're not supposed to say hell either. This is going to be a barren source of amusement.
Oh, we just managed to kill another 20 seconds.
That's what they're here for.
Also, the show is being recorded for training purposes. So in the event you want to take this, if you're an alderman, and you want to take this down to a Kenosha news reporter for whatever reason, it's a 2-hour show, so we give them that little time out there at
tape over
at 11 o'clock. And
Is that the 8-track tape?
it could be. You still
State of the art.
You still use those?
Sure.
You can also
My gremlin.
God Almighty. Hey, look at this little Jay.
Oh.
Caller.
Good morning on Kenosha Today.
It was me.
Well, this is Mike Bjorn, and welcome back to the world of Kenosha, from the outer world where you were.
Yes, I was in Charleston. What's up?
Hey, there's many exciting things going on in town, but remember, patience is the key. Those 5 little words, patience is the key. was the main 5 words of the latest new study on the Chrysler site. And I guess that means that if it takes 5 decades, like nothing's happened on the Ames site, patience is
5
the
decades.
key.
Mike.
And then let us not forget the establishment of some task forces or some non-for-profit groups to talk about the Chrysler site. I don't know about you guys, but I've been on at least 5 or 6 different boards or non-for-profit groups to solve problems.
So the bets are out. Is it the Cubs or the Chrysler site?
But anyhow, the first meeting is always about how you talk about what you want to accomplish, what we should get done. Then the second meeting, you rehash what you talked about at the first meeting, and by the third meeting, you realize you volunteered for the wrong committee. And the point is, anytime you're dealing with volunteers or not-for-profit, that means the city government is not behind you. That means they won't back up your ideas with some cold hard cash. And it's just another survey that I know is not going to wind up on a shelf. But I tell you guys, just very disappointing. And on the same token, I have to say that that's going to be a difficult site to market no matter what. And but geez, it would have been nice to seen a little more action.
You know, you send it's going to take some time. You know, they need some lead time. So 50 years. You know, the Cubs are still waiting to win a World Series, and they took 100 years off.
Hey, Cubs are 9-7 so far this year.
We're taking bets right now.
Yeah.
I'm going on the Cubs for this one.
I don't know if I mentioned it a couple weeks ago. Just tell me if I'm repeating myself. But they nearly put Dave Harstick in jail. He had a bond shop on the corner of 52nd and Sherb, and they felt he wasn't vacating in a proper time frame, and they were ready to throw him in jail to get him out of there. Well, here we are 2 decades later, and notice how green the grass is on the site. Well, anyhow, I got to go back to work.
Hey, wait, I got to ask you, don't go away. I got one more question.
Go ahead.
You know, on Wednesday, they came out what to do with the Chrysler site. 2 days later, they have this meeting, and it was in today's paper. It sounds like this is a done deal.
Jeez, do you think so?
Okay.
You know, that sounded like me. I thought I was sounding cynical.
Hey, are you going to be in your office later on today?
Yes, we're having a post-production meeting at 2 o'clock.
Okay, but remember, patience is the key. Those are the 5 important words, and I have patience, but, you know, I'm an old guy, and I'm starting to run out of patience when it comes to development.
According to the mathematician we have here, it's only 4 words.
Oh, yes. Patience is the key. I'll just have to say it again, and you remember that. Okay. Nice talking to you.
All right, Mike, thanks.
Bye-bye.
What are you guys doing for? I thought I was in the golf course. There's a duck in here. I was told there wasn't going to be a lot of math.
We'd like to give out accurate information.
Yeah, we're journalists.
Yeah, we are.
That was a par 4.
Yes, we are serious journalists here, as you can tell, and
Yeah.
all have attended the Brian Williams School of Broadcasting. So if we get caught in a...
Who's that?
I got to read a sponsor here before I
boy.
get too far behind. Trying to learn how to put house numbers on his house so he doesn't get another fine.
It sounds more difficult than it is.
To put numbers on a house?
Yes.
Well, how do they do it in Pleasant Prairie?
We etch it in stone.
You know, they give people in Pleasant Prairie like you sharp objects?
Occasionally.
That's in summers where they're not allowed to have.
Oh, yeah, that's Summers. I'm sorry. I got you confused.
Oh, he went there. Yeah.
The wrong suburb, Scott.
I'm still looking for some input on what female's picture should be put on a $20 bill. I said Bruce Jenner, but you guys didn't go along with that. So.
Well, did we have any suggestions around the table here? Ron, what do you think?
I'm just thinking about, should it be Jay or should it be Steve? From now on.
Yeah, wait. It's not the $400 bill. It's the. Oh, you meant it for the coolest of the show.
Wow.
Wow.
I'll tell you. Talking turf war here.
You better step up your game here, bub.
I don't know. He hasn't asked about the check or the snow plowing or.
Hey, you brought something to the table.
Well, that's about time.
You know yeah. You want to know what it is?
I've been here for 40 minutes.
You want to know what it is?
Sure.
The weather outside is not conducive to spring, and so we taped you.
Oh no!
In the with the room over there, the editing room,
the production room, right?
On giving the weather forecast. Now, especially for you folks out in the 17th district, where it's always been historically beyond nonsense. But here's Jay's early morning weather forecast.
Wisconsin's getting a lot of snow. Wisconsin's getting 12 inches of snow or over. It's going to be 30 plus centimeters of snow to
30
hit
centimeters.
Wisconsin. There's supposed to be a lot of snow and strong winds. There's supposed to be very stormy conditions in Wisconsin. People in Wisconsin.
Making my hair hurt with that.
Prepare.
I didn't know I was
Supposed
being
to be a
recorded.
lot of snow and strong winds.
All right, cut him off.
Don't ask me for royalties because we ain't paying nothing on that deal.
I did not know I was being recorded at the time.
We should hear my promo. I did that in one take.
And he knew he was being recorded. That's the bad part.
I didn't know the mic was live.
Well, you did good. So for those in the
Wisconsin's getting a lot of snow. Wisconsin's getting...
well, that's
Order your pizzas now.
You have brought your game to the table. You know, we were talking about on vacation, and this harkens me back to. I was about 3 summers ago.
Yes.
Go down Saturday afternoon.
Oh, I hear the music playing.
Meet my Mr. J here.
Gotta have the music.
We're watching.
Oh, you want the soft one? That's going to take a
okay.
second.
He's doing a dream sequence, you know.
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead, Pete.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, I got to pull up the other one. So if
okay.
you want to keep telling
All right.
your story. And
So I go down there, and the meeting was about 1 o'clock. We're watching the baseball game, I think.
Oh, yes.
And so Jay's, these young gals are coming in there having a wedding shower.
And I didn't even notice.
Well, so he says to this couple gals, he says, well, I'm on vacation. I'll buy you a drink. So he buys them a couple teas. Next 10 minutes, there's 2 other little girls out there. And he says, I'm on vacation. Within about 20 minutes, yeah, here we go.
There we go.
Here's this Congo line coming
It
out
was
here.
a Congo
hey,
line.
Which one of you guys is on vacation? We need a drink. 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I went to get my bill, and he gets his bill, and it was $74. And I thought, boy, what a waste of money that was. My bill was $78. I don't know how that happened.
But you're missing the key point.
Oh, what was the point?
The key point was that it was a scientific experiment that I was convinced that if I opened a ticket or I opened up a tab, that there would be a Congo line of women at the bar.
Well, you were right. You didn't miss. Yeah,
and you didn't believe me, but you were the one that opened the tab later. That was the problem. So it was much more expensive.
Good morning, on Kenosha today.
Morning. This is Wally down Tolan.
Okay, Wally. And what's up?
I enjoy driving the roundabouts. Not enjoy, but appreciate the way they work.
Okay.
Oh, you like the roundabouts?
More or less.
Okay.
But then you guys were talking about who should be on a $20 bill.
Yeah.
And this is earth-shattering to us.
Go ahead. Just go ahead, Wally.
Well, whatever, woman. Whatever comes around goes around.
Is that trying to stymie me, or
is that a pun on the roundabout?
No, nothing to do with the roundabout.
Okay, whose picture would you like to see on a $20 bill?
Well, any woman, as long as the money comes around and goes around.
Oh, I get it.
Oh, I see. As long as it spends.
Yeah, so she doesn't go out and spend it foolishly shopping.
Right, exactly. As long as it spends.
All right.
Yeah, which makes sense. So,
if I'm a business owner, I want to give a girl $20, and then she come back and spend it by me.
Oh.
Last time I gave a gal $20,
Gave it back.
I got
no, thank you.
I got thrown in jail.
You'd both go in jail.
I told you. Yeah, the last time.
Well, hey, you know, speaking of roundabouts, I think it's only because it's new, and once people learn how to operate them, and if they're built right, I think they work fairly good, and it keeps the traffic flowing.
Just about 50 years ago, 45 years ago, I used to drive roundabouts all the time in Mexico.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Yeah, had to been in some foreign country.
No,
they weren't really popular here.
Almost all big cities in Mexico, even little cities. You get into town and you gotta make a roundabout.
Well, you know, this is Pleasant Prairie, and we are a little bit behind countries like Mexico.
Right.
You never checked out the officials. They're not a little behind.
Wally brought his 3-point game.
Look at that. The guy's from downtown. Nothing but net.
Wait till we legalize marijuana out in Pleasant Prairie.
Oh, you mean it isn't already?
Okay, Wally's done with us.
Wally's, are you done? Oh, I guess Wally's I've wasted enough time here this morning.
There's 10 minutes of my life I'm never getting back.
Well, he was seriously. Okay. We are looking for somebody,
right,
to recommend whose picture of a woman we should put on a $20 bill.
Well, I'm certain that the current political situation would say someone like Hillary.
Oh God.
Well, no, wait a minute. You can't put somebody's picture on something when they're in the middle. Never mind.
Maybe we could put one of the Kardashians. One of the Kardashians on there.
No, I'm just sudden I want some cash.
Well, look, Kim, your picture's on money.
Well, yeah, and she'd be expecting a payday from that.
Yeah. This is an article about the ex-CIA director. Receives probation and a $100,000 fine for military leak. David Petraeus, whose career was destroyed by an extramarital affair. Boy, don't you hate to see that happen.
You know.
He's given 2 years probation, fined $100,000 for giving her classified material while she was working on...
If only he wasn't married in the first place.
Come see us. We know stuff. We have a track record, David. And here's my question. This guy goes online dating, and he's the ex-CIA director. I wouldn't put on that I got fired and I got fined on my profile, my dating profile.
What do you think his screen name is? Got caught and love it.
Now, what was you've been online dating? And,
yes.
What was your recommendation about reading profiles?
Well, in my particular situation, my experience is that when you see athletic and toned, make sure that you enjoys running on your profile, because I couldn't run fast enough for my last online date.
Can I share with our listeners that?
Sure, absolutely.
They don't know you, and this week you certainly don't remember that game.
Right? Yeah, she was interesting.
So Jay arranges to meet at a local restaurant for one of these meet and greets, like you do.
Absolutely.
And what was
public place?
What was the name of this? Moronsmingle.com or? Is that how that works?
It was one of the big ones. It was Match.
Your first question was, you don't look exactly like your picture.
No, I didn't say that to her because I was trying to be a gentleman about it. I was trying to dart out the door before she saw me, but she spotted me before. So I was, being polite and all that good stuff.
Describe her.
Well, she said in her profile she was athletic and toned. And, I looked at her and I thought, athletic and toned? Well, if Brian Urlacher with a wig, that would be athletic and toned. I was afraid of
Nothing
her.
against Brian Urlacher.
Well, I'm a Bear fan. I was still afraid of her.
But I still like to show that you were a gentleman. You offered, as long as you were there, to buy her wine and says, I'll have an appetizer.
Yes, I said, well, let's just sit and have a drink. And she said she hadn't eaten all day, and she was starving. So I said, well, why not get an appetizer? Yeah. I didn't realize she was going to circle the whole menu.
Got 6 appetizers.
And suddenly I'm taking out a second mortgage trying to get through this dinner.
This would have been time, I told you, to kind of pay your bar bill and run through the kitchen and get in the car and go.
Yes.
So what did we learn from that, boys and girls?
Nothing.
Athletic and tone means make sure you have your running shoes on.
Now, actually, we're making this all up because this can't be a true story, right?
I wish it was. I wish it wasn't a true story, but no, it really happened.
Well, when you think about online dating, it eliminates the need for sophisticated guys like you.
Right.
And me. Pete, you writing this down?
I'm taking mental notes as it is. Yeah.
You had a mental image, all right.
Yeah, red brick wall.
Of sitting at a bar till 2 a.m. trying to look for Mrs. Right.
Yeah, I know you just hate doing that.
Oh, I don't do that anymore.
Mrs. Right now.
Mrs. Right. This is why he's my consultant of everything that I do in life.
Right.
Mr. J, I got to read a toilet seat.
What?
He broke. Well, that's what we said. What?
What?
If that happens over at.
Now we're talking.
Now we're getting into sophistication, right?
We go sophomoric humor.
Yeah, sophomoric humor. That's us. See, we're only giving 109% when that gal criticized us for having sophomoric humor.
You were dating her.
Well, no, I was not. She was in a.
Oh, that's true. You weren't.
Sorry. What would they call that?
I digress.
She was a friend. Dope,
right.
Worst episode ever.
I gotta read a sponsor.
How is Buzzkill doing?
Hey,
I would like to do that. I just wouldn't like to, I don't know where there's a ballroom to dance.
Well, I just ran.
It's called Kenosha City Hall.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
I think that
that's
should
tap
be
dancing. Never mind.
That's tap dancing, yeah.
Oh, it is? Oh, I'm
Down
in.
at City Hall.
Every other Monday at 7.
Yeah, every other Monday at 7.
Really?
Tap dancing
Nice.
at City Hall.
I'm there.
Say you're... No, but you'd have to get yourself a date and sign up out
Brian
there.
Urlock.
Brian Urlock. See if
Well, suddenly I'm out of luck.
tell her to leave her cleats in the locker.
Aren't you retired?
I got to read another sponsor. Take our break here. So, our potty break.
Oh, dude.
In Pleasant Prairie now, how long is this new roundabout, the construction going to be?
So yeah, supposedly all summer. I guess that's the word. And
3 months. No, that would be June, July, and August. That would be all summer, right?
Let's count that again.
Now,
Okay.
to get to Gordy's, how are you going to get to there? Oh, you can get it to it.
Yeah, you got to come up
ML
from the other side. So
Oh.
you got to go through the neighborhoods.
You can't get it
Or
from
you-
Springbrook Road.
No,
No, that's blocked.
no, that's blocked. You got to. That's
Oh, they're landlocked. They're pretty
yeah.
much.
Yeah.
It's going to be a tough summer for them. But I'll do my best to support. This
Well, that's
business.
we'd only expect you to.
I will do
that.
my best to help them during their times of need.
This was before we go to break. Here's a beauty widget. Pageant.
Just say Smith or Jones.
Yeah.
A beauty pageant winner, Tank.
Oh,
The 36th annual Beautiful Bulldog Contest. Judges weren't looking for beauty. They wanted to see the slobber, drool, and bulging, bloodshot eyes synonymous with English Bulldog.
that's the Match.com date.
I was going to say, that's enough about your dating pool.
Another profile, right? Yeah.
Boy, time has not done well for her.
I gotta tell you, you put this on your profile. Slobber, drool, bulging, bloodshot eyes, and then you put your picture with the little crown on it. You'll be Mr.
Face only a
You'll be
mother
Mr.
could love.
Popular.
Exactly.
All right. So we didn't get too many calls this morning, but this will pick up.
Okay.
262-694-1050. And then this was an article that was in the paper yesterday in the Get Out. How to get a marriage license in Kenosha County.
Who cares?
Yeah. Well, oh come on. Sir. Just in the nick of time.
Yeah, see, that's
Be back in 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Scotty Barter, and welcome to the all-new Kenosha Today Weekly Report, coming to you live from Studio A here at WLIP AM 1050 on your radio dial. Being brought to you this morning by the Boathouse Pub and Eatery, Casey Family Options, and a host of many other very fine local businesses. In our Kenosha Today Trolley Barn this morning, taking serious journalism to an all-time high, reporting on local stories, state stories, spanning the globe, filling in for the big dog, little Stevie Casey, Mr. J. Embraces our presence this morning.
Hello.
Well said, Jay. Along with the always lovable Captain Ronnie Muttersbuck, and the ever alert and fully command Pistol Pete Surgeon.
Isn't that special?
Yeah.
And this is we always now for those that are recording this, we've given you ample time to flip the tape, right?
Yes. Now we will give a little bit of just a little music intro while they do that. Okay. Turn tape over now. Okay, that's enough time. Yeah.
Written in our
All right, it's enough with it.
That's perfect.
Written in our home office on the deck of the Boathouse Pub and Eatery, this morning's top 10 category, the top 10 Kenosha Today vacation travel tips. Number 10. If your pilot is wearing a parachute, you might want to sit by the emergency exit. Talk about your no-brainer, right? Number 9. Just in case, be sure to sit by a lady with the biggest flotation devices on the plane. That's a given. Number 8. Heavily tip your trolley driver if he claims he can land this sucker on the White House lawn. Number 7. See if you can hide the tubes of super glue in your carry-on. Here you go, Jay. Number 6. After patting you down, tell TSA agent Walt to wipe the smile off his face. Then you can list him as a friend on Facebook. Number 5.
He likes it.
When returning your car rental, casually mention that you replaced the ball bearings. Number 4. Check with the local bars to see if they rent one-wheel bicycles. It's a very popular item down here in Kenosha. Number 3.
Works for me.
If you are really on vacation, don't ever start your own bar tab under the name of Silver Fox. Been there, done that, right? Number 2. For security purposes, flash your badge showing that you are a member of the Urban Land Institute's ripoff team. And the number 1 Kenosha Today vacation travel tip. To impress your friends and neighbors, sign up for the special Kenosha Today No Frills, No Class vacation cruise, which ends up with a port of call at the old Chrysler site. Careful not to step in the ooze. Now, for those who have just joined us, little Stevie is on assignment down in Florida and learning how to put his house number back on his house.
The difference between the 9 and the 6.
Yes, and
I think that's a seminar this morning.
That's
how to tell the difference.
That's worth a trip down there. And he got fined for not having any number on by a former alderman a couple years ago. So it's about time.
They take crime seriously here.
Oh yeah, he got fined $137, and
wow.
And I got fined. I got fined.
Good night, Kevin.
I got fined heavily when I was down in Charleston. They had this sign with the 13 don'ts, and I got hit with 11 infractions. And I still think that guy that I asked if he was Barney Fife, he didn't have a real sense of humor.
Right.
And I didn't even mention the thing about
There's Scott running. Get a picture of Scott running away.
You never get me! I know the streetcar driver!
Don't chase me, bro!
Talk show hosts matter. Radio lives matter. Anyway, so I paid the $813.49 and then vacated the state of South Carolina. I was probably the second one to succeed in the last couple hundred years. But they don't really have a... You know what? If you get caught drunken driving in the state of South Carolina, first fine, $2,500. Next, $10,000, and then it's $20,000. They don't play down.
It's,
This is why it was time for me to get out of Dodge.
Wow, Wisconsin's looking pretty good.
Yeah. Glad to. When I saw that sign, "Welcome to Wisconsin," boy, I was welcome to be home. And so, anyway, filling in for Steve.
Let me ask you, how does one discover that on a 5-day vacation to South Carolina?
He does his research.
And how does one discover what the DUI charges in South Carolina are?
I had the instruction manual by the time I got off the plane.
There we go.
Just in case.
What to do and not to do
Well,
in
that
South
was
Carolina.
Yeah, well, I wasn't driving very far, so. I so I had lost me where I was at here. Jay, we taped this weather forecast so that he had a purpose of coming here.
Right.
And this was because the weather today is not real conducive here in Wisconsin. So
it could snow in a heartbeat.
This was your first recording, right?
Yes.
First recording, and you did this all in one take?
I did.
And
we're going to call him Jay Ricka pretty soon.
Jay Ricka. Yeah. Just stand straight, will you?
Yeah.
Have a baby, and we'll put you back on Channel 4 with all those people with the teeth.
Mm.
Yeah, everything's a little prissy at Channel 4.
Teeth required.
Teeth
required.
Teeth required. Yes.
Attire, please do.
Did you put that on your dating pool? You know,
I did.
I can.
I have all my teeth.
Most of my teeth, and I can walk and chew gum at the same time. Well, you're a match made in heaven. Boy, I'm surprised you
rub your tummy and tap your head at the same time. Yeah.
Now you're talking too much, man.
Yeah, now you're going beyond the skill level there.
That's way beyond where I'm at.
He's in the lower division. So anyway, Jay,
lower.
This weather forecast. So for you out in the 17th district, just
with the letter W.
Pay attention here. Here's Jay's weather forecast for today.
Wisconsin's getting a lot of snow. Wisconsin's getting 12 inches of snow or over. It's going to be 30 plus centimeters of snow to hit Wisconsin. There's supposed to be a lot of snow and strong winds. There's supposed to be a very stormy condition.
I think I know this guy.
People
I'm sitting right across from you.
Big for bear.
Well,
supposed to be a lot of strong winds.
He's not finished yet, Scott.
He gulped and took a breath. I thought he was done. Well, you know what? I think you got a future in radio, don't you think, Pete?
At least in this time slot. Yeah. But listen, the list of former hosts at 10 a.m. on WLIP is not very. There's not a lot of high cards in that hand. So. Breathe, Scott. It's okay. Breathe.
Better read a sponsor.
We're just playing.
What went wrong this morning?
Okay.
Probably showing up was.
All All right.
our biggest
so
problem.
anything that happened between the hours of 10 and noon.
Yeah. Anyway, they have big specials to complain about. Good morning. You're on Kenosha Today.
No, this is Fox 6.
Fox 6.
Well, I don't know
Oh,
who
you calling
wants
to
be a
retain
fire
us?
chief.
That's his new code. Hey, it's Fox.
Okay, go
Who
ahead.
wants to be a fire chief?
What?
I said, this is Fox 6. Who wants to be a fire chief?
Oh, I see you're having some problems out in Summers. Your fire chief left. He wasn't there that long.
No?
Well, we've got, will you take residents from Pleasant Prairie and Kenosha?
Hey, don't take... Well, this guy was from Twin Lakes, I think, somewhere out west.
Oh, well, so we got a chance. Jay, you got any fire experience?
Yes, I've started many.
He knows how to put out a fire.
Yes, I've started many fires.
Wasn't there years ago somebody from Silver Lake doing something like that?
Hey, what's the qualifications?
Not much.
Then we're in. Count us in.
Upright
Are
and
you
breathing.
breathing? Yeah.
The qualifications
Upright
is that
breathing
You gotta
and,
have a brown nose.
I'm
You
sorry.
gotta have a brown nose for the town board.
Brown nose. So, we're not yes men. We don't kiss butt.
Scotty Barter.
We don't kiss butt.
Hey,
Much.
I called you about 2 weeks ago about something we talked off the air, and you've never called me back. Remember blue lights?
Oh, you did tell me. You know what? I forgot actually about
Yeah, I know.
supporting the blue light
Yeah.
with the cops, with the police.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and refresh
Blue
my
lights.
memory.
Blue lights and brown lights, because I live in the county, so we should get some brown lights.
Well, we're trying to support the Kenosha Police Department. Is that?
I think we should get them shaped like a bell.
Oh Jesus! We did play the
I know
disclaimer.
we had discussion too already, didn't we?
Yeah, but we don't want to go there.
I know.
We take the high road, and when we go to the sewer.
What about the red light?
We go. Yeah, there we go to the sewer. How about red lights?
That's actually for the Chrysler site, the red light district. Yeah.
Yeah. I know some people were thinking about taking up a collection and sending them individual to maybe like Russia or Afghanistan. Or
No, Carl. We're professional.
I know that.
Okay, well we don't want to go there. We.
I don't want you hollering at me on the phone no more like you did that one day.
Well, you were being obnoxious, and you were going to a topic that was really pretty stupid.
And you know me how many years?
Well, why am I even talking to you now? Then I'm giving you a chance to demonstrate what a dope you really
owe me
are.
money, and I got a fundraiser going for a bar tab. You know, I raised a lot of money for the fire department, so I figured I'd get bar tab money going for you.
Okay, continue your thought. Continue your thinking.
Yeah, I knew that would work.
All right.
By the way, Woody told me to say hi to you.
What are you running around slow dancing with Woody this morning?
He's out on KR trying to get some blue hairs to buy knickknacks and stuff.
So he's with his wife?
No.
Hey, Carl, you're a man of the world. What female should we put on a $20 bill?
I didn't hear the whole thing. Something about
All right, just
$20
before
bill.
I ask you this question, I'll make sure, Pete, you got your hand on the dump.
My hand's been on there the whole show today. Yeah.
Probably a good idea.
What female's picture should we put on a $20 bill? We've talked about Bruce Jenner, but I don't know. Let's leave it up to you.
You know, she's alive, and my good buddy Mike Bjorn thinks she's a superstar, and we had somebody on the fire department that looked very similar to him, or her.
Yeah.
Her.
Yeah, but...
And Jennifer Anderson.
That's
she
your
should
vote?
be on a $20 bill, yes.
Well, she should be on a $100 bill.
Well, any amount, I don't think there's $10,000 bills anymore, but she would look great on it because
okay.
For an older woman, she's hot. I think she's the hottest woman in America besides my wife.
Oh, you're playing that game, huh?
Wow.
Oh, boy.
Scotty, how did I do that?
Good comeback there, Carl.
I tell ya.
Hey, what are you
I
buying
learned
your
that
wife
from
for
Ron.
Mother's Day? You taking her out for dinner? Taking her to the boathouse or something?
I was going to go over to your house and see if I heard you had like 3-ounce fillet of sole.
I don't have a soul.
Fillet of sole and heel, yeah.
You want to play in the Greater Long Island golf outing?
Yeah. Okay.
All right, Carl.
You guys have a nice day.
Okay, you too. Thanks for the call. You want to say anything? Thanks for the call. Say
Thank you very much.
He didn't mean it.
Shut up.
Shut up.
Speaking about Mother's Day, the House of Gerhardt is open. I on Valentine's Day I made a 4-ounce fillets and 6-ounce lobster tails. I thought surf and turf, you know.
Wow, that's impressive.
Well, Steve was kind of getting me about 4 ounces. He dribbles 4 ounces down his chin more than than I does.
How did your date like it? Now, that's the most important thing, right?
Well, she liked the food. It was me that she couldn't tolerate. But that wasn't surprising.
She realized who she was there with, and she lost her appetite. Well,
yeah.
Wow. He's right next to the weatherman.
I can
right next to the weather guy.
Wisconsin's getting a lot of snow. Wisconsin's getting it.
Give Steve or Michael a call at 2. All right, you guys, come on.
Oh, come on.
All right, some of the other topics. Well, we were talking about whose picture to put on a $20 bill and what to do with the Chrysler site. You know, we had some good shows about some people calling in when Juliana was here about some excellent suggestions, but it looks like all of that, he wrote them all down. He had about 10 of them.
I see that the AMC Museum didn't get any consideration for the site, given the history.
Yeah.
Right there.
I thought that was a given. You know, my Scotty's Country Club in Spa might have been a little far-fetched, but...
was that thumbs down in that?
Well, it didn't. It doesn't resonate a lot with these yahoos, but one of the things I said, even when Passetti was here, you got to focus on 52nd Street. Whatever's going to happen, you're going to have to.
How about a weather lookout station?
Oh yeah, let's take up 109 acres for that. Here's some calls now. Good morning, you're on Kenosha Today.
I would think that Krista McCullough, the school teacher that died when the
Teacher in Space.
That would be very good.
Teacher in Space.
Yes.
That's right.
I like that.
Okay.
Oh, you mean on the $20 bill?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
that's very
that would
good.
be an excellent choice.
Very good.
I got to write that down. That's very good. Who's this? What's your name? She's gone.
Just gone. And you don't want to take the next one, so keep rolling.
Call us and hang up. Not much for our feelings.
Yeah, Teacher in Space. That was a good call.
If you get one from 843, I'll take that.
Okay. This is not those, so
okay.
you're good to go.
No. It's my cousin in Charleston was going to call me today.
Oh, really?
Just to I told him better just to verify that it was.
Maybe that's him.
Actually, there. No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
The big merger between Comcast and Time Warner is Kaputski. Was that you?
That was Kaputski,
yeah.
Kaputski. $45 billion, and I didn't think when I saw that announced that was going to fly. I mean, my God, it'd be like Ford and GM merging, and
that's correct.
If you think your cable rates are high now,
Hey, if they merge, would they have a good weather channel?
oh, we got the weather.
We got the weather right here. Come on, Ronnie. What are you looking for here? Wait a minute.
Wisconsin's getting a lot of snow. Wisconsin's getting it.
All right, here's the instructions.
I haven't outplayed something like this for a long time.
for the last 37 minutes. Nobody mentioned the word weather. Pete, keep your hand off.
Wisconsin's getting a lot
Whether you like it or not.
I was reading this article about Chief Morrissey going to step down, and he's only 52, but I know he's got a lot of years. And I think if he steps down, if he steps down because of this Bell nonsense, I hope he could stand up to him. And Pete, you and Lenny were talking the other day about the difference between a police chief and the sheriff, and a person like that should step up and do be a little political. Well, this job isn't political versus the sheriff, who is a political position, and he gets elected by state statute, and the police chief doesn't. But I think that'd be a shame if we lost a good police chief to because of an issue like the Michael Bell calling up, he's incompetent and he's a criminal. I think, but on Morrissey's behalf, it can only go so far. It can only take so much. That'd be like you and I going to the boathead. That'd be like Jay and I going to the boathouse, and every time we get in there, somebody calls us an idiot.
They do anyways.
Well, yeah,
We're incompetent.
The last time that happened, I didn't take it personally.
I guess that wasn't probably the best analogy.
No,
no,
but that's okay.
It would be like somebody, playing your producer playing
There's
a drop
a local
like this.
talk show. He has all kinds of kooks and weirdos on. He ridicules them, then he makes fun of them.
And you wouldn't want to take that kind of criticism. Or this one.
The media's making a monster out of you because they don't care about the truth. All they care about is entertainment. Well, you need a forum where they don't even know the meaning of the word entertainment. Public access television.
You don't want to take that kind of abuse. You don't want that.
Lisa Simpson. I love it.
Oh, I got a million of them.
Keep them coming. Exactly.
I want to read this, and then I can save these two for the end. Lee Plumley, did you know your name and number is still on the wall in the women's bathroom at the vote house?
It is?
You didn't erase it?
No.
How do you know it's in there?
So somebody told me. And,
okay.
Someone told me.
Maybe put my picture in a $20 bill.
Okay, Bruce.
Wow,
Whatever you say.
Well, that's great. It's not very effective because no one's called me. I better get a new form of advertisement because it's not working.
Yeah. Maybe we'll send you down to Florida to learn how to put your name and number on a bathroom window or bathroom wall. We started to get to this, and this was a serious thing, how to get a marriage license in Kenosha. And you jokingly said, well, not us, but...
Next.
Well, here's the thing. You got to be 18. Got to have a 5-year wait. What do you think of the 10-year wait?
A 5-year wait?
Well, this is a 5-day wait. Did I say
5 years? Yeah.
Boy,
Cool down period.
A cool down decade.
This says right now you have to have a 5-day wait. So if you were to go in with your perspective, Mrs. J, you'd have to have the 5-day cooling down. And
I gotta have it.
But you,
outside. It's going to get stolen.
all right. Now you got to have a photo ID, proof of residence, certified birth certificate, photocopies, hospital certificate, social security number, and if you can present a bar tab, I think you could put to the front of the line. $80 to get married in this county.
$80? Wow. Boy.
Yeah, divorce.
Don't worry, it's worth
$50.
it.
Yeah.
Don't worry, it's worth it.
Hey, get this, no checks accepted. So
jeez.
You can pay
Cash
by
only.
a debit or credit card. A convenience fee will be charged.
Oh boy.
Boy, if you go in, let's say you and the missus are going to go in, and she antes up $80, green cash.
Right.
It's and you'd pretty much be over, right?
Well, it basically says she owns the marriage.
She paid for the license.
It comes down to she owns that marriage.
Hey, look, I've never been married, but I got news for you. Who owns the marriage?
We're not exactly painting a good picture here.
Well, I mean, again, the truth hurts, and
well, you could have been the father of their country there for a couple of years.
Oh, absolutely.
They had that special knee operation. So, anyway, Jay's what they call
special.
Special. Very, very special.
Right.
I can save these for the last. Oh, anyway, we're taking your calls 262-694-1050. We haven't been particularly too serious this morning.
Should we get serious?
Well, I don't know.
Let's talk about. Has any decision come down about the drive-in? Because I thought there were some interesting things that came out of that discussion.
I haven't heard much about that. It wasn't in the papers this week. Peter, we're keeping you up. He's yawning over there.
Well, you mentioned the drive-in, so it just was my natural reaction.
When his head hits the desk, I think we're pretty much done. Here's a call. Maybe somebody can enlighten us. Good morning. You're on Kenosha Today.
Can I use my WIC coupons to get a...
What do you need?
My WIC coupons.
WIC coupons? Well, we'll just bring out the pizza for you. We don't have to have a coupon.
No, to get a marriage license.
Oh, the marriage license.
Oh,
okay. You took it serious.
Wow. Why would you need a WIC coupon for a marriage license?
Careful.
Careful.
For my Quest card.
Can you use a Quest card to get a marriage license?
It says if paid by debit or credit, they charge a convenience fee, but no checks accepted.
Yeah, but that's not very convenient because that's a high fee.
Oh, for a Quest card?
Well, yeah, a convenience fee.
I wanted to call it an inconvenience fee, but it wasn't marketable.
Tell me, are you thinking of getting married?
Like in Vegas.
Yeah.
Are you thinking of getting married?
Only if I can use my WIC coupons.
You want to use your WIC coupons to pay for your marriage license?
You tell them, you go down there. Are you from Kenosha County?
Yes.
Well, go down there and tell them, tell the clerk that Jay and Scotty sent them. Said it was we gave you the okie dokie.
You got the green light on this one.
You got the green light on this one.
Most of the grocery stores take them.
Well, exactly. Why can't you get married with one?
Yeah.
Well, why don't you get married in the grocery store?
Yeah, get married in the grocery store.
Okay.
So pick and save.
How long you been engaged, or are you just still looking?
More or less.
What's the less?
Yeah, I don't know. You seem like quite the catch.
That's what I end up with.
What, more or less?
No less.
Oh, yes, I said. Do you think instead of getting married,
How much less?
Do you think of getting married that maybe some therapy might be in order?
Probably work for me.
It's a community property state. It'll probably work for you long term.
Maybe you can use your WIC cards for your therapy.
Okay, did we answer your question?
Yeah, I think we
did. He hung up. See?
That was an entertaining call.
Oh, man.
It's probably outside.
You sure something wasn't legalized over the week that we weren't aware of?
I've been have this hacking cough down there. I brought a. No wonder the guy named Walt searched me pretty good at the thing there. We got a minute to take here.
Yes, yes, we do.
And then I'll be back with the last 30 minutes of this Rock'em Sock'em.
Oh, absolutely.
All right. Just arrived on a trolley. This is the Kenosha Today Weekly Report coming to you live here at WLIP AM 1050. Brought to you by the Boathouse Pub and Eatery, Casey Family Options, and a host of many other very fine local businesses. I am Uncle Scotty Barter, along with Mr. J, who's filling in for little Stevie Casey, along with our video coordinator, Captain Ronnie Muttersbuck, and the ever-lovable Pistol Pete Surgeon. Join us for our final 30 minutes of therapy session. Which we head down the home stretch. You asked a question when we were on the break about the callers.
Yes.
What was your question?
The question was, based on the last caller, is that a normal type of phone call you take during the show, or is this...
Well, you know, people wake up on a Saturday morning, it's been a stressful week, they like to partake in a certain activity, and then they call us.
Oh.
So we have two...
so this is a public service.
yeah, public service. That's us. Yeah. We have two
community service.
That's we're all wearing leg monitors. You know, we have to be home back before the lockdown.
Well, I just got it cleared that I could be here.
Yeah. Well, we have two prerequisites for calling this show. You have two.
Yes.
One, you have to have a phone, and two, you have to have
the phone number.
Our heartbeat. Well, the phone number would be a stretch. We don't require that.
One, a phone. Two, the phone number.
This is the normal time, Jay, that we talk about sports, and as you can see, I'm wearing my Brewers attire this morning.
Yeah, it's always good that you back winners, Scott.
Well, if you haven't heard, in fact, it was last week, the Milwaukee Brewers were sold to the Kenosha Kingfish and are now considered a minor league affiliate.
I'm the king of the world!
You know, I take back all of my things
perfectly timed.
I've said about what are the Brewers about 2 and
they are 3-14
April?
now.
3-14. That's a rousing start.
If you're listening on Sunday, it will be 3-15.
Yes, yeah.
Well, we got them right where we want them.
Yeah. You know, I was.
We're going to lull them to sleep.
You're a big Cub fan, and
mostly a White Sox fan there.
Okay.
Scott.
Oh,
See, now people keep telling me about the White Sox. I don't actually believe they exist. I'm a Sox. I hear myths and legends, but there's no actual team there, is there?
Well, yes, there is.
Oh, you're another one, huh?
Oh,
I'm a denier. I'm a Sox denier.
Pete, you got to remember he's from Pleasant Prairie.
Of course, yeah, that's right.
Indubitably, Pleasant Prairie.
Anyway, I was kidded, Jay. I thought you were a Cubs fan, but I guess you're a White Sox fan. But anyway, I kidded my good Cub friends that any team could use 100 years to rebuild.
It's a rebuilding code. And then I took a twist on Ernie Banks. You know, we love Mr. Cub, and any team can have a bad century, and let's take 2. But I think they're doing well this year. They're in first place.
You know, speak of Ernie Banks, they haven't decided what to do with his ashes yet. They're still in
it's still
storage.
in probate.
I said storage. You say probate something. That's having Stevie here would be probably as a funeral director. But for those who are, I always played the Cub fans dying. Maybe we'll play this for you, Jay. And I take this back to all you Cub fans. You have my sincere apologies. You ready, Pete?
No, not yet. No.
He's going to find it.
It's going to be easier if I do it this way. Hang on.
Okay. You let me know when it's up because, And how about this?
Sure you don't want to talk about football first?
How about those Bears?
Yeah, we don't know about it. Hey, the draft is coming up.
Yes.
Pretty quick. Who do you think?
It's in Chicago this year.
It's coming up on
The schedule was out the other day.
Oh yeah, the Bears and Packers play on Thanksgiving night.
Yeah, and they are opening game.
Oh, they are?
They're the opening game.
I got both of them.
Boy, how would you like to be the Bears going into Lambeau?
I wouldn't.
On Thanksgiving Thanksgiving night with a bunch of drunked up Packer guys, been sitting around eating turkey and drinking Pabst Blue Ribbon all day long. Rum shot.
All right, now I have your request here. You ready for this, Scott?
Did you ever hear this? Dying Cub fans?
I have heard this, yeah.
Okay, we're going to hear it again.
Well, Mike, it was the Dying Cub
Whether you like it
fans'
or not.
last request, so here it is. Do they still play the blues in Chicago when baseball season rolls around? When the snow melts away, do the Cubbies still play in their ivy-covered burial ground?
We're really stretching today, you know that?
When I was a boy, they were my pride and joy. Now they only bring fatigue to the home of the brave, the land of the free, and the doormat of the National League.
I think, like I said, I apologize to all you Cub fans. I think the Cubs, with this bringing up this new, of course, brand. Oh, Jesus. Kill a fan, will you? It's going to be a big asset to them.
Well, they're in first place still, aren't they?
Well, Brewers were in first place all of last year, except for the end.
Yeah.
Good morning on Kenosha today.
Good morning. Who's singing that song?
That was Steve Goodwin back in 1983.
Oh.
He wrote that. He was actually a young guy, right, Pete?
Yeah, he was.
And he was dying of cancer, and he sang this. He wrote this song. It actually is about 6 minutes. You can see it on YouTube. And he was on the left field bleachers, and he infuriated the Cubs management so bad, he rewrote the one that when they win, Go Cubs Go.
Yeah, go.
He wrote that song also to please management.
Yeah, this is Steve Goodman, too. Go Cubs Go.
Oh, here it is.
This is the positive one.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, go Cubs. You're right.
Hang with us. We'll play just a little bit of this.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
You're not...
It goes faster after they win, you know that?
All right. So are you going to a Cub game this year?
I went almost all my life, brought my kids, got on the field, had signatures, Cub fan.
Who's your favorite Cub fan or Cub player?
Oh, I think he passed away. Santo.
Ron
Santo, yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So what do you think?
Yeah, he was in Kenosha. He was a famous musician too, a trumpet player.
Was he really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
He got his horn at LeBlanc. Yeah.
What you think the Cubs got a chance? They got some good young players now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going.
So
They're going good.
As opposed to my Brewers who are kind of tanking it early.
I have a Brewers song here too.
No, that's okay.
I agree.
I guess I had to thumb, baby.
There you go. She probably doesn't like the White Sox either.
Go ahead, dear.
Well, yeah. Well, all my summers were in Chicago because my grandma and my mother was born there. So, I never heard of Milwaukee Brewers then.
Well, you've heard of the Braves.
No.
The Milwaukee Braves?
It's always been the Cubs and the Bears.
Oh, well, they don't play each other, I don't think, this
year. Boy, I love those Bears, too.
No, but, yeah.
The Cubs and the Bears don't play this year, I think.
No, for charity, I think they're going to.
Oh, yeah. So you're a Bear fan, too, huh?
A little bit, yep.
How about Ditka?
Yeah. I got his, I bid on one of his chairs that he sat in when they won the series. I got it, too.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Well, you got anything else?
It's got all the signatures of all the players that played in the championship game.
Who do you think, as long as I got you here, we should put, what female's picture should we put on a $20 bill?
Oh, mine.
I agree.
At least you're not bashful. Perfect. All right. Well, we'll hook that up with the Department of Treasury, and we'll get back to you.
Yeah, why not?
What?
Hey.
They'll be calling.
I got you on the air.
Okay.
I want to commend the 4 policemen that worked the second shift that helped me out Wednesday night.
Here in Kenosha?
Yes.
What? Can you tell us?
I had a banquet for 150 senior women.
Okay.
And I needed help after we got out of the dinner, and they were right there helping.
Where was the dinner?
Pan American.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, I can't say enough, and I back them completely.
Good. Great for you.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
It was. It made me. I had tears. They were walking them to their cars and made sure they got in their cars safely. It was a scene to see.
Very good. We appreciate a call like that.
I commend them.
Okay,
They
dear.
got a tough job. Hey, keep up the good work.
This is good work.
Don't forget Dancing with the Stars. I'm going to call you.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I know what we're talking about. Yeah. Okay. Well, I've been practicing, so.
Yeah.
Well, good. Remember the two-step. See you later.
2-step. Yeah, that's. You know what our 2-step is.
Have a good day.
Get up and fall down.
I did find some Mike Ditka clips that would be appropriate for the show.
Go ahead.
Oh, great.
See that? That's your IQ, buddy. 0.
See?
That was Ditka, right?
See that? That's your IQ, buddy. 0.
You're not impressed with Ditka? Come on. Talking about you.
You got to read another sponsor.
We only got.
And you know.
And we all know it needs refining.
Well, not overhauling. that's what you got ball bearings for. Just refine it a little bit. You know,
Right.
take the sharp edges off.
Okay, got it.
The 4 units, Ella took walked the little old ladies to their house or to their cars. Now, have they ever done that for you?
Oh yes, yes they did in handcuffs and. But don't worry,
It was their car though, wasn't it?
It was
not yours.
You're not getting on that bicycle again, sir. We're just making this stuff. Is that for us, Pete?
That is not.
Okay.
That's a telemarketer.
That's a
Never mind that.
telemarketer. Yeah.
Wow.
But
Yeah, you don't want what they're selling. Trust me.
if you
Neither did the people in the district.
had just tuned in, little Stevie is in Florida. We expect him back next week and filling in as my life consultant.
Yes.
He's consulted me on a whole variety of topics from
Yes.
bicycling to
Yes.
golf,
What not to do.
dating, and there you go. What not to do. And so we're.
I lead by example.
Yeah. We were in the boathouse on the deck the one time when the guy passed out on the deck.
Oh yeah.
And in comes the paramedics.
Oh.
And his
Just angel.
just
an angel.
This gal's a good-looking blonde. She was a paramedic and had her gloves all on. And Jay's going, maybe I'll fall down on the floor.
I wanted to fall out too. Like, oh. Geez.
Well, you did a little later on, but she was all
Well,
long
yeah,
gone
she
by
was
then.
long gone. Yeah.
By then there was the male paramedic there, and it wasn't worth it anymore.
A guy named Walt's looking pretty good, huh?
I'll tell you.
You
No
know,
fun there.
When I was on my trip to South Carolina last week, I went through I found the ease of going through the scanners and everything. I didn't have to take my shoes off, and I guess I didn't look like a terrorist anymore.
Really?
No, I went through the scanner and I made it through that with ease, both going out of O'Hare and coming back into O'Hare. So I thought,
wow.
I just wonder if we're kind of relaxing our standards.
Well, you didn't fly by auto gyro, so that was why you were able to get through.
Well, what do you mean auto gyro?
Like the guy who landed on the Capitol lawn.
Oh,
the
no.
gyrocopter.
What about that?
Yeah, what is up with that?
I swear, Jay, when I found out you tried to land on the thing, I thought you had a good excuse. You've told them all, didn't you?
Well, you figured I wouldn't make it for today.
Yeah, I had
tried to get out of that.
I had
jam.
100 feet in a strip car that you weren't going to make it anywhere near. They could have shot your ass down.
He just did.
Anyway,
I'm
we were
offended.
talking about the police chief. We were talking about
All the offended people turned off at 10:05. They're gone. They're long gone.
Well, we talked. I thought anybody knows what's going on with the Keno Theater because we haven't talked about that in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, it really has died down as a story overall.
They had a big meeting, a couple of meetings with some citizens who wanted to try to save the theater. That's right down by you, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
You ever been there? I mean,
Oh yeah, many times.
Yeah?
Oh yeah.
You, we probably don't want to go there, do we?
Get the dump plug.
Yeah, right.
Ready, Pete?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez.
Oh, I hit it by accident.
Good
See,
morning,
it's
you're
still
in
there.
Kenosha today. Pete.
No one there.
We had one caller. We lost.
Well, it came up as an 800 toll-free number, so what if it was like a telemarketer or something?
Well, then we'll take it.
I figured we need new aluminum siding, really.
Yes, exactly.
What's going on with the Southport Beach House? Speaking of,
we have to put
Pete's
a little
in
more.
charge. of
So,
the roof.
JR, are you aware of this? They want to put a new roof on the Southport Beach House, and I suggested, because I am, worried about taxpayer dollars, to just get some of that foam that they advertise on overnight television. It's like comes in reds and greens or whatever. So we go up there and put the new roof on. All right, guys, I'm up there. We're spraying.
We are really at the bottom of the barrel right now.
So is this true? They actually are looking at putting a new roof on the Southport Beach House.
That part of it is true.
$200,000.
Yeah.
$200,000. Is that because it's a historical monument?
Yeah,
Is that
well,
why it's going to cost so much?
They want to replace it with slate, and we suggested this for what's it, $39.95. Pete,
we got 2 bottles for $15 each.
Yeah.
Or Samsung.
Don't they got that sealer in a can where the guy's on the boat and he's got his...
Yeah, it's pretty close. It's the same family, yeah.
And you've got to play the wind a little bit.
Right, exactly.
See, we're just not a bunch of schmucks. That,
Good thing I'm not afraid of heights. I can get up there and take care of it.
Go.
We're just not a bunch of four schmoes that sit here every Saturday morning and talk about nothing. We try to lend ourselves
hard-hitting stuff.
Lend ourselves to the community.
Right.
Like, how to get a marriage license and...
Don't.
Exactly.
I wonder if that guy's actually going to go down and say, Jay and Scott sent me. I can use my Quest card.
I'm telling you, if he does it, I wish I was there to see.
Oh, yeah. We do a
camera. Ron, you've got a camera that hides in the caps.
Exactly.
Glasses,
big old camcorder.
You can wear your blonde wig and the sunglasses. And
yes.
We can wear that,
yes.
Trench coat that you wore on New Year's Day.
He'll look at me and want a marriage license.
Oh, yeah. Well, you are safe, right?
Oh, yeah.
You're not going to have children right away.
Not anymore.
Are you going?
Oh, the knee surgery, right?
Are you going to jump in the lake in the polar plunge this year again?
Well, I didn't last year. I did the year before. Actually, it was canceled, so we did the Snow Angels, and that's when I showed up at the boathouse in the attire I was.
Yeah,
Just call Kathy out for next year.
You know what?
Hey, Kathy, if you're out there listening, is it the Polar Plunge?
Kathy's not a real name, though, right?
Oh, it's not? Oh, no, Kathy, not a real name.
But if you're doing the Snow Angels on Simmons Island,
yes,
this time wear some underwear. That last time was
it got a little graphic in the snow there.
Yeah.
Oh boy,
got a couple chipmunks up there going.
Yes, they were eyeing my nuts.
Walnuts. What's the matter with you?
Well, I blame the lack of phone calls this morning on.
That's fine.
There's just wasn't much going on in Kenosha. I leave for a week and I come back and read the whole week's paper and there's not much there.
Right. Boathouse had to close for a while because you were
Sales were down.
Sales are down.
Sales had plummeted.
We'll get that baby up after today.
Don't worry, we're gonna rev them back up. Yeah.
But I'm concerned about your. I was told not to talk about dating. I won't talk about me, but I'm just trying to help you out.
Okay.
And Pete being a little younger than you, he's a little impressionable over there.
Oh, yes.
Oh, very.
You know me, I still believe in magic.
Okay.
Pete, just thinking 30 years, you too can look like this.
Yeah, I'm on my way.
You have my attention.
We talked about, we talked about sports. We talked about, what do we got coming up?
8 minutes to go.
There's a city council meeting coming up Monday.
I know it was last Monday, I think.
Oh.
Because I skipped it. I didn't watch any of it.
There was, what did they talk about? Oh, they had some resolutions.
Some resolutions to Madison about cutting funding.
Oh, yeah, they'll listen
to them, yes, no doubt.
Now, do you have a reporter on the ground, Scott, to actually be at these meetings? The council meetings, so we can talk about those things?
We have badges that gives us...
But,
we did, but he left out the window before the meeting started, so we can't get anybody to replace
it might be interesting to actually talk about, someone that was actually at these meetings.
Or you can... Why? We can make stuff up if we don't like what they tell us.
Well,
you don't expect us to report accurately what goes on.
Well...
What fun is that?
I would go, but nothing ever good comes when I go to City Hall.
Really?
I usually get pulled aside, and so I said something somebody didn't like, and... then I got to hear about it, and I'm good. Or my other programs, or, life in general.
What's the point?
They got my room bugged. It is what it is.
Oh, well.
They'll find out worse than that. Hey, all right.
The dark secrets of Peter Surgeon. Danny doesn't listen to that.
Okay.
Lenny Palmer made it back last week.
He made it back.
And
yes, he did.
The banter in the Monday morning wasn't as bad as you thought it was?
Well, he wasn't very. You may have heard the promos airing on the. He wasn't very happy with the poll questions. I was though.
Well, the poll questions.
Everybody was. Everybody else.
Would the show be better off without Lenny Palmer? Would the show?
Yes or no?
Yeah, I wouldn't be very happy, but he left you in charge, right?
He did.
Well, so what are you going to do? Yeah. So you're going to join us at the 2:00 post-production meeting?
Post-production festivities?
Because we got to figure out what really went wrong here.
Right.
I mean,
exactly.
We get
clearly it's the person to your left. To your left.
Oh, just keep going around. Don't blame Pete. He's got to be here. And but I expect. I don't know what's.
If I said like this, Barter's on my left.
Yeah.
It works.
I think there'll be. I don't know. This engineering study with the trolley will be interesting to see. That's got to come up pretty quick. I mean, I don't see anybody drilling any holes in any of the rolls down there, except for they don't even try to fill the potholes. So
right. We talked about potholes once.
We did?
The largest pothole.
Where is that?
I want to be there.
Oh.
You tell me where the largest pothole is.
You're thinking of pot in a different phase than we're trying to fill potholes. You're trying to smoke it.
Well, you know, I hear
we of course would not endorse that behavior.
Yes, we do not. Thank you.
Here on Kenosha Today Weekly Report.
Oh, sorry.
Here's